What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Chef Rambo. Today, y'all, I'm gonna be making some fried potatoes and onions, baby, and some fried sway fillets. This is gonna be so good, y'all. So make sure, if y'all haven't already, y'all hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Let's go ahead and get started, y'all. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna be using some Swai fillets. I'm gonna be using some regular Russian potatoes, about 6 of them. I have some onions, Lowry seasoning salt, black pepper, Creole seasoning, Old Bay, and onion powder. I'm also going to be using the Andes fish breading batter, you guys. This is a must whenever I am making fish. I grew up using it. My dad used it. My grandma's used it. So that's what I like to use. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on medium-high heat. Fill up my pan with a little bit of oil. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. I went ahead and added my Andes fish batter. And the only 2 ingredients I'm going to add to this Andes fish batter, you guys, is 1 tablespoon of Old Bay seasoning. If y'all get into seafood, you already know that you got to add it. So I'm going to also be adding in 1 tablespoon of the Creole seasoning, and that's it. So we're going to be using the Andes fish batter, 1 tablespoon of Old Bay, 1 tablespoon of Creole seasoning. That's all it is. So we're going to give this a good old stir so we can make sure all those seasonings are incorporated into each other. And we're finna go ahead and put this stuff on our fish. Some people like to use cornmeal. Some people like to use flour and make their own. I just prefer to use Andes. It's already seasoned good. It tastes good. Pretty much all those seasonings that you guys will have to put into your fish, you don't have to put into it because we're using Andes. Andes just has pretty much a whole bunch of everything, y'all. So I'm just getting this nice and coated, and I'm going to be frying this in canola oil. We're going to probably fry our fish for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side, you guys. And we're going to make sure that we cook it on the medium-high heat, like I told you guys. So it's really nothing fancy, nothing spectacular, honey. We're just making some fried fish and fried potatoes and onions. So I'm just sitting here coating that fish real good. And I'm about to get it back in my pan with my other piece of fish. It smells so good. So as y'all can see, they getting nice and crispy, honey. They looking all golden brown and whatnot. So we finna to get these bad boys up out of that oil. Because some people like they fish fried dark. Some people like they fish fried lightly. I kind of like mine's in the middle, y'all. I like mine's to have a light, golden brown, color to it, but I still don't want it to be, I still want it to have that crunch too. So I like mine's just right in the middle. So you guys can fry it however long you want. If you want to take it out a little bit sooner, you can do it however you want. But this is how Ramsey likes to do hers. So we're going to go ahead and get these bad boys out of here. And I have them on a paper towel, you guys, just to help take out some of that extra oil you guys can see. So we finna go ahead and get the next ones in there. Same process. We just dip in our fish in our seasoned batter. Our seasoned Andes batter. And then we're just putting it right in the pan, skillet, whatever you want to call it. And as you guys could see, some of the batter, the more that you start to fry the pieces of fish, the more you do it, some of the pieces of the Andes batter is going to start to rise to the top and start to, be on the side of the pan. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. That's just what happens after you fry so many pieces of fish. It starts to do that. So we is finna cut these potatoes, honey. I love making fried potatoes and onions every single time I make fish. Ever since I was a kid, this is just how we like to eat it in my family. So I am going to cut up my Russian potatoes into these size. You can cube them if you want. I noticed that when I cut them smaller, they kind of cook too fast and they have a tendency to get burnt. So I like to cut my potatoes like this, maybe about a 1/2 inch thick. Somewhere in there. Some of the potatoes are thicker than others. Some of them are smaller than others. You know, that's fine. We're not perfect. I don't want nobody to be in the comments going in on me, but this is just how I like to, you know, make my food. Sometimes we don't use the same ingredients as others. Sometimes we use more. Sometimes people season their food too much. Sometimes people don't season their food enough. We make our food however we like to make it, you know. We're all different, and all of our food, you know, that's just how we like to do it. We don't have to do it a certain way, or we don't have to follow a certain recipe. You make your food how you want it to taste, people. And stop criticizing others. We're all different. Okay, so I'm just going to add some seasoning salt, some black pepper, and a little bit of onion powder to our potatoes. You don't have to add anything else. If you wanted to add crushed red pepper, if you wanted to add garlic salt, if you wanted to add anything else, y'all can add that. This is all that I'm putting into my fried potatoes, because I find that when I put too much seasonings, it just tastes too salty. So I'm just using 3: seasoning salt, onion powder, and black pepper, baby. Okay, so I'm just gonna give this a nice flippity stir, and we finna put these pups back into the pan so they could cook and have some fun. So I probably have about 2 tablespoons of canola oil in the bottom of my pan, you guys. When you make fried potatoes, please don't put too much oil. We want the right amount. Nothing fancy here. I'm just chopping up my onion. When you're making fried potatoes and onions, it's very important, you guys, that you want to chop your onions kind of thick. You don't want them too small because we don't want them to burn. Okay, once your potatoes look like that, we can go ahead and add our onions in. You want to add your onions to your potatoes when your potatoes are halfway done cooking. So when you cook your potatoes, you want to cover them, and once they're halfway done, you can start to add your raw onions. Because if we add our onions too soon, they're going to burn. So after about 10 to 15 minutes, y'all, that's how y'all potatoes should look. Some of them are going to kind of be shredding apart, but those onions are nice and translucent. Some of our potatoes are going to be burnt. Some of them are going to be light. That's okay, baby. That's how you make fried potatoes. They do not have to be perfect. And that's how they should look. So this is our fried fish. It looks perfect, honey. I had to put a little parsley on top to be fancy. And those are our fried potatoes and onions. If you guys like this video and you guys think I'm doing a good job, make sure you comment, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. And honey, I promise you guys, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep making videos. I'll try to post videos about at least one video every 2 to 3 days, y'all. So y'all just got to work with me. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much. Make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. Bye, y'all.